Today we are going to talk about Pickens County, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, and Anderson, South Carolina. So there is a big difference in these three counties, and it starts with the population. Greenville County has 533,834 people in it. Pickens County has 132,229 people, and Anderson has 206,908 people. So you'll see there is quite a big difference in the population of these three counties. So that is going to bring up, what do you like to do? And what do you like to be surrounded by? Because clearly out of the three, Pickens County is going to be the smallest. But this is the thing. In Pickens County, we have Easley, South Carolina. Easley, South Carolina also goes into Anderson County. And so you have that little quadrant there that's going to be the bigger part of Pickens County, where Easley comes into it. But you have some subsidiary cities in Pickens County, like you have Dacusville, which I've done a video on before, and but the majority of Pickens County is going to be, the city is Easley. In Anderson, when you come down to Anderson, you're going to have a plethora of small towns, one of which I am standing in right now, which is Williamston, South Carolina. We have Pelzer, West Pelzer. And then when you go into Greenville County, of course, you have Travelers Rest, you have Marietta, Simpsonville, you have Fountain Inn. So there's just, in every one of our counties, we do have some of the smaller town cities. And as we all know, I love the smaller towns because I don't like a lot of traffic. I don't like a lot of noise. When I go home at night, I want to be home. I want it to be quiet, and I want to be able to walk to the different things that I want to do. And even though in many of these small towns, you don't have a ton of Walmarts or Targets or stores like that, but you do have some boutiques, and then of course you have your drugstores, and everybody has some little restaurants. So it again is just going to go into, what is it that you enjoy doing? And that's always the first thing that I ask my clients is, do you like to go home at night and just sit and chillax, sit out on your back deck and just look at your beautiful yard, or sit out on your front porch and have an evening cocktail? Or, do you like the nightlife? I mean, do you like to get off work and go out to a restaurant and have a couple drinks and, then go home, crash, get up do the same thing the next day? Whatever you want to do. We have areas in South Carolina that will help you to enjoy whatever it is you want to do. I don't mind going to Greenville on the weekends. And I love the fact that I can just drive 20 minutes up the road and hit a good venue in the, I believe now it's called the Truist Wellness Arena. I don't even think it's Bon Secours anymore. But anyway, you can go see some of your bigger stars there that come to do their concert. There is a plethora of stuff that you can do here in South Carolina. There are some great areas that you can live in. You go into Oconee County, and also in Pickens County is Clemson, South Carolina, some of Seneca, South Carolina, and then that's when you get into Lake Keowee and some of the areas like that. In Anderson, we have Lake Hartwell. So whatever you enjoy, we can definitely find it for you here in South Carolina. And another thing about living in a small town is you could actually be in the yard of your office and you can hear Mr. Rooster next door, which is a very, very nice thing. We also have some chickens. They used to run around, but I think the city kind of frowned upon that. So now we don't see them as much as we used to, but clearly they want to be heard. So yeah, and another thing to think about is taxes. Greenville County is obviously going to be the most expensive, and then you have Anderson, and then you have Pickens. So out of the three, Pickens is going to be your least expensive on a tax realm, at least in the county, because all the different cities have different millage rates. So some of the cities may be more expensive than others in that area, but overall, that's kind of the pecking order, if you will, in honor of the chickens that we would go in.